my immediate response was, so be it. The number is the number. That number doesn't dictate my day.
Don't you think we're better together? Oh, I think we are.
Good morning. Peter's working from a remote office this morning.
Trying to get the vlog done. Mary's purple hair. So.
Can you guys see it?
Oh yeah.
We dyed it last night with my friend Hannah, who's riding in a cystic fibrosis Cycle for Life fundraising event, and so we dyed her whole head purple, and she dyed like the under part of my hair, and I'm really loving it. But we just got to clinic this morning. We accessed my port, so we're ready for the CAT scan. I'm about to do PFTs and all the things. Come in.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Good.
Are you ready? Take that huge breath. In, out. That's it. There you go, Mary. You got it. Excellent job. A little further. That's it. You're almost there. Keep it going. You got it. A little more, a little more. That's it. Almost done. Last little bit. There it is. Good. Well done.
All right, just finished PFTs. It was hard, but it felt like kind of like I have been feeling the last few days. Like I'm not as bad as I was, and I know that's a kind of a funny scale to compare yourself to. Like I'm not feeling as horrible as I was, but anyway, I felt like, yay, I did that, and I was like almost sure my numbers were gonna be like back to what they have been in the last 18 months. That was a negative.
They're lower.
Yeah. They're even lower than, actually this is the lowest they've been in 2 years.
Yeah.
I was thinking it was it's a smidge lower, but so just for like big picture, my PFTs are lower than they were before any of the recent antibiotics.
Yeah.
But
So if we were just looking at numbers, that would be very discouraging.
But we are looking at real life, bigger picture, and
numbers
taking
don't mean everything.
Right, taking things into consideration, like I mentioned, I think in the vlog that he's editing, my night sweats have been a little bit better. I think my fevers have been a little bit better. I wouldn't be surprised if I'm still having low grades. So like, yes, there are still signs that my body's fighting. Thank you, body, you need to keep fighting, but...
And like, Mary had a hard coughing fit after doing PFTs, but I think this is the first time that we've come up to the floor, and like in like recent history, we've come up to the floor and didn't have a huge coughing fit. So like, to me, that's improvement.
Yeah, like we said, our scale of...
a lot of that is relative to like where Mary's lungs were before we came up the elevator and all of that, but that being said, the numbers are down, but it doesn't mean everything.
And I think it hasn't clicked in my brain yet. I was pretty sure they were gonna be higher.
Yeah.
But they're not. And on one hand, it's like, that's accurate with kind of how I've been feeling. But I was surprised. I thought they would have come up in the last week.
Yeah.
But all of that to say, we're
I think
going to get the CAT scan immediately after this.
Yeah. I think if you hadn't been feeling better than you have been the last couple days, like this would be really, really discouraging. I think.
Yes, I think you're right, because then we'd be like, what are we gonna do?
Yeah, because it's like you're getting worse. But right now we feel like, I don't know.
We've just done everything we can do for now. I'm still on the Levaquin, and I was kind of thinking, oh, I wonder if that's like doing something, but maybe it's helping, maybe that's helping with my symptoms, who knows. But after we see lab work today, and now that we see the PFTs, my doctors will make a choice about whether I should continue the Levaquin or stop, or all of that. So for now, my immediate response was, so be it. The number is the number. Just like Peter said to me yesterday, you don't have to try to figure it out in your mind. You just live with whatever you feel like that day.
Yeah.
And so yesterday I went to a store with jeans and boots on, and I felt like a normal person for like 5 seconds, and I was happy. And I'm happy here. Like it's not like feeling normal is the barometer for happiness. I'm just saying, like, I embraced that moment, and this morning we did everything we needed to get ready to come here, and we conquered it, and we did it together, and here we are, and I'm happy to be alive, you know? That number doesn't dictate my day necessarily. If I was feeling like I was last week, like you said, then we'd be like, oh no, what are we gonna do? But at this point, we're kind of like, we can wait it out and see what happens.
But I think this is also a reminder, like, for the next time that does happen, when it is a discourage, like, that it's not everything in that moment too. But
yeah.
Anyways.
That's life with a progressive illness.
Alright, on to CAT scan. Alright. Blood work done.
Mucus dropped off.
Now we're going to CT scan. Wherever that is. Let's see. No, that's Image Service Center. You'd think after all this time we would know where we're going.
Oh, that was X-ray.
Alright. I guess it's been a year and a half since you got a CT scan.
Oh, that's where I waited for my sinus CT.
Oh yeah, so it's probably right around the corner.
Area.
Okay, we're in a waiting room area. Not like a waiting room, but like a room where we're waiting for them to have the CT machine ready.
No!
They had to put a hospital bracelet on Mary, but don't worry, it's just for the CT scan.
Temporary.
But we did access Mary's port this morning before we came to the hospital with a power port needle so that they can use that for the contrast. Basically, her old port wasn't a power port, which power ports are just special ports that can withstand the pressure of, is it high pressure injection or high speed? I think it's because it goes fast. The contrast goes in fast. Is that what it is?
Yeah, I think it goes in fast. So that, and then therefore the pressure is high.
So I think with a contrast CT, they like send in the contrast and then they can see all the like bronchioles, all the blood with contrast on the CT scan. Anyways, so we accessed her port. You have to use a special needle. Did all that, so we're ready to go. Okay.
I did not have this much impressive sweating in my right armpit. This is from the CAT scan. They just finished. First, they had to change my cap, and then like they had a few things they had to get ready, but just finished. And we need to wait here for another like 10 minutes just to make sure I don't have a reaction to the meds. But holy moly, what a strange feeling. Like the core of your being goes hot.
Yeah, interesting.
Like even my fingers were hot. The ending part of the CAT scan, I guess, was called like, what?
Nothing.
It's crunchy, it's cleanable. It's like vinyl. I thought it was like upholstery, but it's plastic, believe me. What are you looking at?
Nothing, I was looking at it. That's what I was concerned about.
Oh, okay, yeah, it's crunchy. Okay, anyway, the ending of the CAT scan was, I don't know what it was called, but basically like empty your lungs out, expiratory or something.
Interesting.
So basically she was like, breathe in all the way and then breathe out all the way. I do this because that's how I imagine the ends of my lungs. And I kept asking like clarifying questions like, so do you want me to empty them completely and then hold my breath? Because we did like a practice. She's like, okay, breathe in, breathe out. Also, P.S., she was like amazingly nice. She was like, okay, so breathe in, and I breathed in, and then she's like, breathe out, hold. And I was like, I wasn't empty yet. So should I wait to hold till I get to the end? And anyway, so this whole thing, I was trying to figure out how to do it right. And I was just like going through that tube, just praying that like the doctors will be able to see what they need to see. So then my moment comes, and this is not practice anymore. And I'm in the tube, and the thing is swirling. And she's like, breathe in. Because then I was thinking like, maybe I shouldn't breathe in first. Maybe I'll breathe low and then just squeeze it all out. But she was like birthday candles. And then I couldn't remember how to blow out birthday candle. So anyway, I'm in the tube, and she's like, breathe in, breathe out. And I did what I thought was like, I was trying to like really like empty my lungs out. Anyway, they had to do it twice because my lungs were too big. I guess maybe because the machine's used to kids. I don't know. Or maybe I have abnormally large lungs. I don't know. Anyway, did it twice. And then she was like, I have to have a doctor look at these to approve them, so don't move. And then she came back and she was like, you did awesome. That was beautiful. She said she had had a rough day and this was like just wonderful. And I was like,
Good work.
I don't know. But I guess, and then I asked her after, like, I didn't know whether I should just breathe low and then just squeeze it all out. And she was like, I'm not sure. It would be interesting to play around with it, but it's radiation, so we definitely don't want to play around with it.
That's funny.
Now I feel like I've done like 6 more PFTs.
Yeah, you've had a workout today.
And also I did realize I had to go to the bathroom, so I walked down the hallway earlier. And I was like, okay, maybe this is where my body's like starting to feel a little bit better, but I guess it's like walking down long hallways where I'm kind of like, okay, now I want to sit down. And I guess that's where I feel the number a little bit. But like yesterday shopping, I didn't feel it. Or maybe I'm used to it. I don't know. There's that whole mental game of like, do I actually feel better or do I just not feel as horrible as I did? Like, what's
Yeah.
whatever. But we just saw that my blood work numbers have come back and my kidneys, I don't know if we even updated you guys last, but since I came off of IVs, my kidneys when I was in the hospital had come back to almost my normal. And once I was out of the hospital, not on all those fluids, 24/7 fluids, 2 boluses a day, my creatinine bumped up a little bit, but not like dangerous, just higher than my normal. And then this time it's down a little bit more, so that's good. I just have to stay ridiculously hydrated, but all my other numbers looked, my ANC was a little lower than normal, but not like Neupogen level, so we're good. So now we just wait to hear back. My doctor will look at my CAT scan, he'll look at my pulmonary function test, he'll look at my blood work, and decide if I should continue the Levaquin or whatever, but we're meeting with him in 6 days, and between now and then I'm hoping we'll have a little bit more clarity about like symptoms and stuff. I'll track my temperatures and see if I'm having low-grade fevers or anything.
You're really rocking, hun.
I feel like a crazy person.
You are not a crazy person.
But wowza, we did that. You should
job.
tell them what we're doing later tomorrow and all the excitement and
Yeah, tomorrow I speak at a college on the North Shore of Boston, so I think we might go stay in a hotel tonight. We're gonna see how we feel once we get home and all that, but
we had planned to like make this a whole vacation, revisiting our homeland of the North Shore of Boston.
yeah, but we've had a full last few days, so
Well, yeah, and today, if we didn't
today
have
is
today,
full.
we would have
Yeah.
been able to do it. But I even still just wonder, like, it's that whole, I want to push my body, I
Yeah.
want to go do that, but is it wise?
I don't know.
Well, it's not like I'm going to neglect my therapy or anything, so I'm going to either be doing my best at home or in a hotel. I don't know. Can you see my purple hair?
Mm-hmm.
For CF awareness?
Yep.
Even
love
though it's
it.
not May.
Love it. So we're just waiting for them to, is she gonna check back in to make sure you don't have a reaction
Yeah.
to the contrast for the CAT scan? Good work, honey. That was a long day.
It was so many hours.
We are stopping to get some burgers before we head home. And I don't even know what the rest of the day is gonna look like, but we're gonna wrap things up for today. Say,
As always.
as always,
We'll see you tomorrow.
see you tomorrow.
Good
night. Good night, Ollie boy.
Did you know you're cute? Good night, everybody.
See you tomorrow. Nice rain jacket.